Getting Naked Later and I Kissed Dating Goodbye. These are two books, Getting Naked Later and I Kissed Dating Goodbye. Regardless of what background you come from, whether you're full-bore pagan or super straight Christian or what have you, these two books are amazing to share with the next generation, with the younger people, so that they know what their options are. This is great stuff. Okay, number one, if you read Leviticus 15, you understand that the Israelish community was interacting with an amazing spirit, and that spirit called the men and the women to all be honest about the flow that comes from the genital region. The men are honest with the family and the community about when the river of babies flows, because it belongs to all of us. It belongs to all of us. The women, when they're being cleansed and ready for another child option, they are treated with special care. People look at these rules as something weird and negative, and in fact, it causes what is common to be common, and what is whispered and snickered about to just be on the table so that you can move on with higher purposes. This is very important. If you study Montauk-Chia and other science things on the male form and female form, you discover that in the animal world there are no bloody menses. There is not a cleansing of the uterus that has blood in it. That uterine lining is reabsorbed. Why is it that only in the human female you have this flow of blood? You do not see the flow of blood on any other animal. And I even got to a point where I discovered that there is actually there's some kind of vaginal bleeding in cycles and seasons in some dogs, but it's usually dogs that have been subjected to strange human ownership and stuff. And the male human being is understood to be losing chi. Not that it's evil or bad or wicked, but the male human being is losing life energy when the river comes out, that he has control over it. So the women in the Israelish environment get 14 days of extra chill time. The whole family is supposed to care for them through the 7 days of cycle, even if their flow is only 5. But then they get 7 more days of chill time where the family is, they get 14 days of less stress per month. And that contributes to, that sets aside the scolding tongue, that sets aside the high stress and protection level. It's a gift to the women. And the men get a gift because they are called to let the family, the workplace, and the community know, I am untouchable until the next sundown because my river flowed. And when the man and the woman are together, she is untouchable just until the next sundown. So when the married couple together, or when two people are together, and if they're being honest with Yahweh, when two people are together and the man's flow happens, then she is actually called untouchable until the next sundown. And you can sanitize this and I'll shove it off the table and say, oh, well, this is just the quarantine laws and you don't have to follow those, and those are da-da-da-da. This is emotional empowerment. This is awesome. This is the actual designer of the universe who designed us for no confusion and no trouble. No, not even the ability to desire someone that's not our person. Full creativity, full artistry, full flow, full fascination with labor and the garden, and no confusion. And also no mistake ejaculations. If you look in the animal world, you find no times when a male animal becomes erect and the baby river flows outside of the sweet, snuggly, perfect place for it to flow inside the woman. And everything's provided, lubrication and all that type of stuff. I mean, you know, the animals don't appear to be utilizing that interaction for mere pleasure. And it's really cool how in 1 Corinthians 7, one of the underscore things is do not deprive your marriage partner from you know, your body if they have desire. In other words, you're not allowed to say I have a headache. It's really cool. That's like in 1 Corinthians 7 starts with, look, since there's so many sex problems, each person should have their own to go to when they're longing for it, because that's what we were designed for. And then on the other hand, you know, we're called to give the children the understanding of, I mean, and I'm sorry, you know, to you people who are outside the whole Christian thing, but look in on this. It's kind of chill. It's kind of cool.